Welcome to the Talk Sip. I'm your host, Alisa Bowens-Mercado. Each and every Thursday, you join me as we talk arts, culture, music, radio, and much more. Folks, I'm so excited. My special guest today is a very good friend, and he is no stranger to the Talk Sip. My good friend, Joey AX.
What's up?
How you doing?
How's it going?
It's going wonderful. I'm so happy because I have you here for the entire hour. So
oh my God.
we got a lot to talk about. Talk about. That's right. So you were in LA, you're back now, and you're doing some big things. So we're gonna jump into that in a few. Folks, it's a beautiful Thursday. The sun is shining, and as the old saying goes, it is 5 o'clock somewhere. Sit back, relax, as we serve you up a tasty mix of talk radio. You are listening to the Talk Sip. All right, let me get this mic thing is fighting with. I'm dancing with my mic right now.
I don't know where to put my face with this one.
There you go. Just make sure you put your mouth.
Rules.
Just make sure that you are up on the mic. There you go. All right. Okay.
Wait, so I'm here for a whole hour?
Yeah, you are. Well, it goes by fast though. It just really goes by like really fast.
Got it.
Harry, our station manager, we're getting these mics together.
I'm not good at this.
There you go. All right.
Oh, all right, cool. Yeah.
All right. So, Joey, welcome back to Connecticut, my friend.
Thank you.
It's always so good to see you, and it's always so good, wonderful to see you because you don't stop going.
It's a problem.
Yeah, no,
It's
sometimes
a problem,
well,
dude.
as artists, the creative mind sometimes can't shut off, and that makes for just huge success. Which has happened to you, in your life. So
we're trying, man. We really, really are. It's been a long road.
Long road. But the long road always leads to some wonderful things. And you've got a couple of roads going right now.
Yeah. Some paving.
Yeah, the paving and the asphalt's down. You got the paving on. And so now it's just the hard work and the fun that's gonna go into it. But now let's since you've been back, just let our viewers, because we're on Facebook Live.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, I know, and hi, Mom too. My mom always listens. Like moms are just like so beyond faithful. So it's just like she doesn't care what she's doing at 1 o'clock. She's like,
no, my mom's been pretending to care about my nonsense for years. So,
yeah, but she
adorable,
listens,
and I appreciate it.
Yeah, so shout out to all those moms who support their kids, what they're doing in their lives.
Got it.
Whether they think it's crazy or not.
Right. They often do. Right. Yeah.
So you're back, and so let us know, like, transitioning from LA, what did you jump into as soon as you got back to CT?
Well, it's kind of like it never really stopped. It was just like a flight away. Like, I had like a 6-hour break on a flight, and then it was do something else here.
Right.
So I went out to LA in like fall of 2017. With Wanderset, which was like a monster streetwear narrative e-commerce site. I was kind of the voice of it, and we were working with really dope brands on the streetwear side and like the street luxe side of things, like luxury streetwear, that ballpark.
Right.
And LA is cool. LA is really cool. It's not. There's so many LAs, right? Like everyone's got this idea of LA.
Yeah, everybody.
LA.
You think of LA.
You saw a postcard with Sinatra on it, and that's LA. That's not really LA.
Right.
There's so many LAs. There's Hollywood itself looks like if they took like The Walking Dead and set it in Universal Studios. Like there's so many dust heads walking around, and it smells just people, like urine. Yeah.
It's just that's LA. That's that's the Hollywood.
It is
picture. But you being like a brand ambassador and like kind of like a person that went down there, you connected with some incredible, like you said, brands, people, organizations. So what made you get into kind of like that? Is that where your clothing line? Because we're going to talk about that. I mean, you're very invested and connected in the music and entertainment industry, but your clothing line, I guess, just kind of that was like a segue.
Right. It was. I mean, creation is kind of creation in any regard, and I've always sort of felt like that. Like whatever the medium is, or whatever the canvas you're painting, you're still creating stuff.
Absolutely.
So music, it's not necessarily that I took a break from music. It was that I really loved fashion. And I've always been a fashion weirdo. Yeah, like
well,
just
we call that trend setting.
Right, in LA they call that trend setting. In New Haven, you're either a hobo
weird.
or a hipster. Yeah. So you could live on the green, or you could be a trust fund kid. So there's that. But LA was. I'm hearing myself. Am I imagining that?
No, you're not. We're
because I did not do drugs today because I knew that I would be in front of people that.
No, Harry's messing with the you should do stand-up comedy because you have this wonderful crazy wit about you since I've known you.
I've been hearing that for so long and I've never done it.
Yeah,
like, I've written for other stand-up comics. Like in LA, I made friends with a lot of them.
Right.
And they said the same thing, and I'm like, I think the reason I don't know why I never did it. I honestly don't know why I never did it.
Well, you still have a lot of time in your life, my friend.
We'll see. We'll see what I do tonight. It might all end. Yeah.
Well, no, tonight is going to be great. But okay, so and we are going to get into that because let me tell you something.
Right.
There is an incredible event.
Yeah.
And I'm so honored that you and Jay Lee Jordan actually pulled me in for this whole San Juan Social Club collab, which is going to be on fire tonight at Bugsy. So we're going to be talking about that in a bit because we want people to get there and experience. It's not just this night of music and dancing. It is, but it's an experience.
Yeah,
and that's the beautiful thing.
That was really what. In anything that we've done, especially Jay and I, like anything that we've done, experiences kind of always come first.
Yeah, you have to.
Like painting a narrative, whether that's in music, writing an album, or in fashion with, like being narrative about your line or expressive about your line and telling something. Having a deeper meaning to it. It was the same thing. Like we felt, Jay and I had been talking for a long time, and he is...
Shout out to Jay.
Yo, what up?
What's up, Jay?
I hope you're listening.
Yeah, those
Please
444s. I hope you got my text because you need to go and play those. Like,
yeah, play 444.
444.
I've never played any numbers.
But Jay is gonna. We're excited because we will all be together tonight. But your creativity allows you to promote and present these incredible experiences for people.
Yeah.
And so, how did you guys get together? Was that
we've known each other for a long time. Like it's been maybe like 9 years. Yeah, because he was also in music, but on like the reggaeton Latin trap side, and was touring with Daddy Yankee and a bunch of all these other dudes. And we were both from New Haven. We met through a mutual friend, Julius Stone, who also throws parties here.
Julius.
Yeah. Where is Julius? No one's seen him.
Well, shout out to Julius.
Yes.
No, Julius was actually my co-host.
Was he?
For a while. We love Julius, and he is no stranger to the talk sip. So shout out to Julius. You got to come back. But yeah, all these creative, thinkers in New Haven making these moves.
Like no one, you wouldn't know if you're not from here because we're like right between New York and Boston and kind of get like overshadowed.
We're the speed bump. I always say we're the speed bump in between New York and Boston, but we have some of the best artists, best creative people here ever.
Yeah, we really do. And it's such a unique individual scene. It very much is. So yeah, we met through Julius. And I think we just got drunk together for like the first year. Always talked about like him being in Latin and me being in hip hop. Like it became, we should always do something together, but we didn't know. Culture wasn't there yet. Culture is where it is now.
Right.
And like the Bad Bunnies of the world have really kind of broken down stuff. And so is like fashion has done that tremendously with J Balvin and all of his collabs. So like we reconnected like 2 years ago. Yeah. And we're just friends and like we're talking about these ideas.
Incredible
stuff we could do.
Yeah.
And then it just started hitting. Like it just started clicking and it was like, you know what? Let's really
do
make this happen. Yeah.
And I always tell people, once you're onto something, it's just like you keep that going. Like with the salsa, people go, I can't believe it's been almost 20 years. Yes, 20 years. Because when you're doing something you absolutely love.
Yeah.
And it's just not like you're not working. I'm an artist. I'm creative. I love dancing. I love to teach people how to dance. I love to create a scene. I always tell people, listen, you don't have to get on a plane and fly to the Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico or Mexico or wherever. Just come and see me for an hour at the House of Salsa, and there you go. Yep. I'll create that there for you. It's just like it's a sense of being in something that is kind of universal and global, and I think that's what tonight is going to actually project. And I know it is.
I feel good about it.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. And we want to shout out to Ari Gorfin from Ari. What's up, Ari? I think Ari might be called. I think he might be called. I told Ari, I said, you know what? I said, I don't know if you should be. I told him, I said, you look like a brewer. I'm like, I might have to steal you like one of these days to like come and brew with me. He looks like a straight up brewer. So I might have to.
Lately, he's looked like he's like in Mumford and Sons, or something. Like lives in the woods and plays in a folk band. Yeah,
he looks like a brewer.
Time.
I'm going to coerce Ari at some point to come brew with me one day.
Right.
And just because he's got many talents. Yeah,
but I'm sure
can.
He picks up everything.
Yeah, he does.
And the guy doesn't sleep. He's like constantly active.
One of those creative minds.
And Bugsy's was a huge win for him. So
oh my gosh,
we've known each other since I was like 15.
Yeah,
so it's proud of him, man.
Oh, beyond proud of him. And you know, the venue. If people have not seen the venue yet, my gosh, I've been to a ton of events at Bugsy's. I've had my Rhythm Brewing party there. There's been some happy hours with Styles. We're doing the event tonight, the San Juan Social Club. I mean, just happy hours, the dueling pianos. He had Mark Rivera from Billy Joel, the saxophonist. I mean, what more do you want? The venue is incredible. It
really is. Like, it doesn't look like anything else that's happened here. And it's like a Gatsby-inspired speakeasy. You need a password to get into. It became about like social media has allowed all these over promoters to over promote. Like, don't flood my inbox with your nonsense. I'm not going to your hoe party. It doesn't matter.
Right. Like, you just want you're kind of like, give me something that people actually are putting their time and their energy and their efforts in. And it's not just to make $1, and it's not just about how many posts you can put on Facebook or Twitter or IG. It's about really being invested in what you're doing. I think that is the beauty of what's happening and what's going on with these collabs and what you're doing with your clothing line. And you know, just a ton of things that are working now. And you know what, I always say, perfect timing. Things happen for a reason in their own time. And I think that this is just a way to revitalize and really just reignite some things that have kind of been like a little stale for a while, you know, with parties and things like that. And I'm going to tell you, I know a ton of promoters, kudos to them, because there are a ton of promoters out there that I know that are invested in this, have been doing this for a very long time. But then again, there's, you know, I think that this is, I think that this is a great way to kind of just ignite it. So folks, if you're not at that party tonight, the San Juan Social Club party, you have no idea what you will be missing. We're going to take a short break.
Sure.
We're going to be right back at my special guest, Joey Axe. Phone lines are open, folks, 203-872-7356. And there's another number up there. Harry, it is 203.
(203-684-8907).
Thank you. All right, call in now. Call in now. We'll be taking your calls right after the break. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the Talk Sip. I'm your host, Alisa Bowens-Mercado. And I am so excited that my good friend, Joey AX, is here with me in studio. We've just been talking about his incredible career, clothing, the industry, entertainment, the new collab that he has with Jaylee Jordan, and the event that is going to be going on tonight at Bugsy's. So we're just we're really excited to just have you in studio so that we can.
This is great.
Isn't this wonderful?
Yeah,
you know,
I like that. I was honestly kind of nervous before. I'm like, what do I say? I can't tell any Cosby jokes. I can't use any language that I normally use.
No, this is family friendly. 1 p.m. on a Thursday.
Yeah, it's a school day. I gotta watch my mouth.
That's right. Yeah. We don't listen, Harry. We don't want that knock on the door, and we really do want our jobs by the end of the day, right?
I want any job. Please, someone hire me.
So let's and during the break, Harry put up your clothing line.
Yep.
So now, can people purchase online? Can you tell us about that?
Yes.
Want to know about where we can purchase?
Yes, you can. So the line is Poison Ivy League, and that was a creation from me and Jay again.
Yeah. Where did that concept derive from?
It came from growing up in New Haven. It came from like looking at the monster that Yale is, and like kind of having this elitist world, right?
Yep.
That's all around you that you can't get into, and being like an art school screw up that got arrested every weekend for years and like drew crude things on bathroom stall walls and thought it was funny. Yeah,
oh, you're keeping it real.
Yeah, it became like I had this. It just hit me one day. I was in Boston for a meeting,
right,
and we were driving through like Cambridge, where Harvard is, and I'm like, what if I turned Yale into Fail? Like, and it's so obvious. Like, why has no one ever done that? I don't believe I'm the smartest man ever. And I texted Jay, and he was like, "Yo, this is brilliant. We have to do like this is something." So
right.
Then with my time with
your collective mind,
like I ended up meeting all these dudes in streetwear that were from massive brands like Jerry Lorenzo from Fear of God and whatnot, and like getting to be friends with the dudes behind Supreme and Norwood Chapters, like.
And just bouncing those ideas off. I mean, come on, you're coming from, like you said, New Haven. Yeah. We're right in Yale University area, and we all see what goes on.
Absolutely.
With the inclusiveness of
very much so. Yeah.
With the community and with the school, and that's not like. Everybody has seen that.
Yeah.
So
sure.
it's like, but what happens is that's great because you take that creative mind. And if you want inclusion, you have to whether it's a brand, whether it's just speaking on it.
Yeah,
it's like for awareness.
It is,
and I think that's powerful because your clothing brand speaks volumes. If people see your shirts that are Poison Ivy, kind of like rep, they're really like, I get it.
Yeah, people instantly got it. Like, and I mean it's really blatant, but like. They instantly got. We didn't have to oversell the narrative, at all. But we did want to be very narrative centric as far as like telling a story. Like there's, we felt more like we were enrolled in Fail than Yale growing up here and not being a part of that.
Right. With all those opportunities and doors that could be open for a community that's literally like separated by a block.
Yeah. It was separated at all. Like you walk across the street and you're there, and like the place looks like Hogwarts, and they don't let you in, and all that other stuff. So, but like it became Jay and I were like, "Yo, let's get real creative with this. Like, let's create a character for every season." So instead of obviously lines have, and this is what I've been doing. It's not that I don't care about music. I love music. Like I'm still writing 3 songs a day.
Of course,
I've been writing for other artists. Like I've got 2 albums just sitting in a tank.
But your clothing
thing was it was right there, and I got obsessed with it. It was like writing a movie and not a line.
Right. Now how can you can people buy, like where can they can find your stuff on the website?
PoisonIvyLeague.com.
There you go.
We're really selective about like the pop-up events that we do. So we've got stuff in Manhattan. We're gonna do one in LA. We just actually did one here with my homie Sartorius, who I've been writing with as well.
Yeah,
Sartorius is a phenomenal artist. And we've been homies for years. but we were like late night drinking homies and talking about life, homie.
But now you're doing something, right?
Homies. Yeah.
But and you know what? Shout out to all the local artists. I mean, and that's what one of the things that the show really focuses on is really having like a lot of artists that are local that might not get that same LA, that New York, that you know, that exposure.
Right.
But the talent here is just endless.
It is. It really, really is. It's like it's not even everybody that's from here kind of knows that. And
Yep.
Like there is a sense of community here where there isn't in LA. Like the Dodgers were just in the World Series. No one cared. Like the bars were empty. Like when the Sox are in the series, like thank God they were. I'm a Sox fan.
Okay.
Like everything's flooded in the Northeast. Like
everything.
Same thing with the Yankees. It's the evil empire, but like same thing with the Yankees. Yeah.
Yes.
But in LA, like no one's from LA, so there is no like their scene is postcard driven. Like they're seen as a palm tree and neon lights,
right?
But that doesn't mean anything if you're not from there,
right? And that's why we're so happy that you're back, because now we get you and your creative mind and your brain and all of this
shenanigans
and all your shenanigans that come with it, and we love it.
Yeah, all the baggage,
all the stuff that your baggage from LA. That's right. So now, let's talk about tonight's event, and then you've got some future things coming up. But so now the San Juan Social Club, and I've been to San Juan a million times. Everyone that knows me knows that is my favorite.
Is that your favorite city? Like in the world?
No, I'm going to tell you, and not because I dance salsa and I go over there and I salsa until I can't salsa anymore. There was something about San Juan, Puerto Rico, and shout out to Puerto Rico, and can't wait to go back. But there was an elegance about San Juan, like the El San Juan Hotel. I think we had this conversation. Most beautiful, most elegant lobby that I had, and I hate to even call it a lobby, but whatever. It's just you walk in and it's just reeks of elegance, just pure, just like there's culture, there's art, there's music, there's dancing. So going there and really for the last maybe 15 years, or almost, I'm going to say probably almost 20 years, I've seen it develop. I've seen the whole San Juan, the old San Juan scene, the San Juan scene. You've got men who are like dressed up in like 3-piece suits or 4-piece suits.
So dope.
And they're so it's like these gentlemen and the women, they get dressed up and they've got their dresses on and their heels and they smell good, and it's just like this life that I was sucked into almost 20 years ago, and that's why I've not gotten out of it, because it's still very alive and well.
Right.
And so with the event tonight, it's just how did that and you mentioned this briefly before, but that whole concept of San Juan Social Club, it really is like identifying the art of like Puerto Rico.
Yeah, for sure.
So that was kind of like the inspiration.
Yeah, I think like Puerto Rico, obviously because of the tragedy that they had,
the devastation.
Has been in the news a lot, and Jay, my partner, is what I like to call devoutly Puerto Rican.
Okay.
And there's such a passion and a heart there, and his background being musical, but also like everything that comes with music, whether that's dance or creativity or whatever.
Right.
Like all of who he is came from. I would definitely speak for him. It's definitely Puerto Rican created. There's an element of that that's really like at his core.
Right.
So.
Where you dive right into the culture, and I'm going to tell you, once you dive in, there's that immediate addiction that comes with it. And like I tell people all the time, I would need a 12-step or more to get me off of this whole salsa, this whole life, the Puerto Rico life that I've been living for 20 years. It's just it's just culturally just so innovative and just so beautiful.
It is.
So that's how you're like I said, your creative minds, the collab, came in and kind of was like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah. I think like I grew up around Puerto Rican cats my whole life. Like, I grew up 3 blocks from Grand Ave. So like,
right. So
that,
you knew
that
the
world wasn't, but I dove in deeper on a more like artistic or spiritual level with Jay.
Right.
And with everything we do with Poison Ivy League, there's a level of like vintage inspired vandals, like everything we do. Like there's a vintage piece that is the vintage right? And we kind of always wanted to sort of recreate that, vibrant that, or spray paint over and vandalize it. So like that, the concept was take 1955 San Juan and put it in a speakeasy, which is, and those two cultures are so the jazz and the speakeasy culture is so it's so related to like with Latin jazz and bossa nova, and even like obviously we took a cue from the whole like the Havana
theme.
What was the name of the band?
Well, it was the Buena Vista, Social Club. And I mean, and you're talking like just classic, classic, like the Latin jazz or the Buena Vista Social Club. I mean, when you listen to their music, it brings you back, even if you weren't born, it brings you back to a place and a time, a specific place and time. Where it was just, and like you said, the clothing, the art was just incredible. So all of that has segued in. And you know what the wonderful thing, because I'm kind of like an art history kind of buff myself. But when it comes to
it's awesome.
Dance and music, so people are always like, well, where does salsa come from? Or where does, what's the difference from Cuban salsa or Puerto Rican salsa or mambo or this? And I explained to them, I said, it's a wonderful just pot of just beauty that has come from like Africa and all of these different places that have, just made what we have now today, just like this resilient, beautiful, culture that people connect to.
Right.
Everyone connects,
it wasn't like we didn't want to go out like this wasn't a Latin party like or event series. Like it was never really meant to be. It was sort of meant to be a world thing. That just so happens to have that at its core, because like you said, like, dude, it comes from everywhere. Like nothing comes from one place solely.
No,
like,
it doesn't.
At all.
There are so many. As a matter of fact, yesterday I was involved with two gentlemen who play the drums. They have a drum circle. Yeah. And the bomba plena, people don't know. There's bomba plena that go back to like Africa, but then go over to like San Juan, parts of San Juan, like on the ports like Loíza, Piñones, where you've got these. I mean, the rich history of where all of this came from is just it's incredible. And so that's where you. And that's what I know what the event is going to be tonight. That's the experience. It's going to be, you're going to hear classic salsa, or what have you. Yeah. But I think the vision is going to be, you're going to be walking into a classic 1950-55 vintage San Juan speakeasy or San Juan Social Club, event. Yeah.
Like we're very... And obviously, like you've been in the meetings too. Like we're so conscious about like the planning of little things. Like what music comes on when you're waiting to get in, and that's like in the password room, because there's a password room, and no one else has a password room. We have a password room. Word, we got a pass room.
We have passwords.
I honestly don't know what the password is.
I don't know either. So I don't even, can I get in? No.
Yeah. I don't know. You
We're
can
like
make
promoting
it up.
It, right?
No password. I'm gonna make up is acceptable to stay here, so you can make it up. Yeah.
But you know what? And that's the eye. That's the eye for detail that I think so some folks miss. You want to create that experience and that vibe as soon as you walk in the door. So I'm just very excited. I've been getting hit up on social media. You've been getting hit up on social media. So people are very excited about coming out tonight. And so I'm just very excited to be able to, I'll be doing dance lessons at 9 p.m.
So pumped for that, because I can't do any of this and I need a lesson.
Yeah, well, like, I tell people you should be professional by now. As long as I've known you.
I know. Yeah. I know, and I just don't know. Like I don't know where to put my hands. Like it's something like it's
up here, you just kind of like
emotions.
I'll tell you where to properly place your hands. Well, and the wonderful thing is, I always tell people, listen, come in early so that you're not sitting on the sidelines. Because when people start, crowding the dance floor, it's like you want to at least be out there and be able to do like a basic step. Right. And that is the beauty of what we all, want to do. It's just be involved, in the evening through music and dance. And shout out to DJ Hybrid.
Yeah.
Again.
What's up, kid?
Yeah. How are you? We're really looking forward to hearing him play. Very talented.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, totally. I mean, we're getting folks from like the Hartford area.
Yeah.
You know, we're here in New Haven, but you know, I've got some folks, you know, that are out of Bridgeport, you know, Stanford.
Because there's just nothing like this happening, right?
Yeah, and you know what? You got to raise the bar. Sometimes you got to raise the bar.
You do, because I feel like if you don't, like, there's no growth, and if there isn't growth, like, life's not worth living.
You got to just keep raising that bar.
Yeah,
raising that bar. All right, we're gonna be back in 2 minutes. No, actually less than 2 minutes because we got a lot more to talk about.
Okay.
All right, folks. We will be right back. The phone lines are open 203-872-7356, 203-684-8907. You're listening to the Talk Sip.
Call me now. Right now, or I'm not your friend.
Welcome back to the Talk Sip. I am here with my good friend Joey AX.
Hi.
And I love it. You've got a fan base, don't you?
It's you should see what my phone is doing right now. Shout my
it's
boy
doing
Brockman,
stuff that...
man. What up, John Brockman? I've been friends with me and John have been boys since like 8th grade.
Love it.
He was actually the first dude to ever make a beat for me. Like,
do you remember the beat?
It was a sample of like I want to say. Oh man, it was either Miles Davis or Charlie Parker, and it was like a sample that he chopped up on his beat machine, and it was the coolest thing I've
that was
ever
like
heard
back
at
in the
time.
day, like beat machines, and people were just like, that's all people did.
He's been texting me he was like, "Yo, do the Rockefeller Diamond." He's just watching right now. Like, I also have
Sean?
so many terrible texts right now trying to get me to crack. They're so
Folks,
inappropriate, and I love them.
Leave Joey alone.
Yeah.
He's here with me now.
Yeah,
but no, shout out to all your. You know what? Shout out to all your friends. You know, like you said, people that have either been a part of your career, that have followed you, that are still involved.
Yeah.
Those are the people that make a difference. Those are the people that will be with you through the big, good, bad. They
really are.
Just good, all those times, and that's a good testament to you. So let us know what. It's Joey AX. What do you have in store for yourself, the community, and folks? And we really want, because I know a lot of folks, young and older, are listening. To be an inspiration of to get into something like a clothing line, because we will think, oh my gosh, that's impossible.
Nothing's impossible.
I know.
Honestly, nothing's impossible.
Yeah.
Except getting like a governor's pardon, that seems to be pretty difficult. But like,
but just like following your dreams. People like need to know, like, where I think last time on the show, like you shared some of your personal trials, tribulations, and then triumphs. And then so if someone's out there listening and they're sitting there going, you know what, I have this dope clothing line idea, like, where do I start? Some people don't even know where to start. I mean, they probably could start by calling you, and you're that type of person that would totally I could attest to this. He would talk he could mentor. So, and I think we need more mentoring.
We do.
Here.
I never really, very rarely did I find somebody that I clicked with. I think I'm like kind of a unique personality, but
right, but you just
I needed the right person. Like, I needed the right mentor.
Is there anyone that comes to mind, to your mind, and I know there's probably a ton that has, that kind of like mentored you in your, your road to things?
I've been fortunate enough to there's Pastor Herb Rubio. It's been awesome to me. He's from Connecticut.
Awesome.
And he did some amazing things for my life. Just sort of made me see things broader. And,
right.
Like, this doesn't need to be a life lesson talk by any stretch, but definitely. Jack Campo is another one.
Yeah.
Who's always looked out for. He and I think are very similar people.
Yeah.
In all the good and the bad, we're very similar people.
But that's incredible.
Like,
so because somebody that's successful,
right,
like that you can look up to.
I
is a testament
because I needed to sort of like see that success is possible, and it is. It absolutely is. And LA did that for me too. Just like
being out there.
Like everybody I'm sitting next to at dinner is something
to the left or the right
bigger than me, and it's inspiring to kind of be around that. So I would say, like, if you best advice, like,
that
do
motivation.
Stuff and get out, man.
Yeah,
like, do stuff and get out. Don't get stuck. Like,
don't get stuck in a rut. And you know what? Do things that you might think are just that are just nuts.
Yeah.
Tell people all the time. I would have never thought 5 years ago that I would literally be sitting here calling myself a brewer.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what?
That's so awesome, by the way. I'm like really proud of you for that.
Thank you. But
I love to drink, and you just serve the community.
And I made you something that you
you did something for me.
Yeah.
In my heart.
Absolutely. Yeah. But I tell people all the time, I'm like, females, people of color, people of non-color, people, just get out there and do something that's going to break the ceiling. So don't box your brain
you can't, dude.
You gotta
death.
go.
Once
you gotta go
thinking
out
of yourself as something. Like, you write your own story, and then you become the tragic character in it. Like, if you're not constantly creating, you're really not living. And I don't mean that like everybody should be in front of an easel or something, but I mean that like
in a bigger sense,
absolutely. If you there should always be an adventure on the docket, and whatever that looks like is what it looks like for you. But as long as you're doing it, like another dude I can think, Titus Kafar, the artist. Titus and I got really close a couple years ago. We actually met through this dude who was designing clothes for both of us. which is sort of where like my love of fashion really came from.
Yeah.
At a younger age, and Titus and I,
the manifestation of it.
Yeah. Now he painted the Time magazine cover after the Ferguson shooting. Like, these dudes have done massive things. I'm blessed to be around. And, like, they're really my homies. So
it's that inspiration. It's the aspiration. It really is just like taking what, like you said, taking that creative brain and saying, you know what? It's like I'm saying, I'm jumping in this pool and I hope there's some water in it.
Yeah. No,
that's
really
basically what it is.
Sometimes
and it's like, just dive. And you know
it doesn't matter.
And
dude.
It doesn't. Just get up and, like, you know, you might have a couple broken bones, but just keep it moving.
Yes, you have. Like, you gotta have a short memory. You really do. Like, there's been like I've taken some huge losses. But
look at where you are now.
Yeah, dude, it comes and goes, and I'll take more. I'm sure.
Oh,
like, everybody will.
That's a cycle of life.
It's the nature of being a creator too.
Yeah.
So I would say like several. If there was a process, and I'm unsure if it's in this order, but if there is a process, I would say, like, have a passion, like, and recognize that you have a voice, and then create whatever comes out of that, whatever that looks like in whatever medium or whatever. Just have that voice.
And like you said, whatever it looks
anybody,
like,
man. Exactly.
Yeah, whatever it looks like. It might not look like what you think it's going to look like.
It never does.
But follow it anyway.
Yep.
And I think the two of us can really attest to that. It might not look like what it's going to be at the end, that finished painting or that finished vision, but keep on that right track. And that's powerful because, like I said, people are listening. They're like a clothing line. They look on TV and they think that you can only have like a clothing line. You know, if you've got millions and millions and millions of dollars, it's not. It doesn't
but
start.
The internet's made it easier, right? But it doesn't. But it's also gotten harder because of that. Because there's a lot of people who shouldn't be doing it that are
doing
products of garbage who don't. There is no soul behind it. It's just, I did this because somebody else got X amount of thousands of likes, so I'm gonna do this to get the same likes. And you can't do things for the likes.
You got to do it for the passion. Life has to be passion driven, and the sooner you learn that in life, then the road ahead is easy. We were talking about roads earlier, and that's the incredible one. So speaking of roads, what can we expect from Joey AX in the next? I'm gonna give you 6 months because I know how you work. What's gonna be going on?
Well, the focus, like, it's gonna continue to be Poison Ivy League for the next couple of months, but that doesn't mean that there's not a lot of other stuff that's going on. So Poison Ivy League for sure. We switched manufacturers and houses in California, so we've got more product coming up. The whole Fail line is out, or the Fail capsule is out, and we're really looking forward to progressing the narrative by semester instead of season.
Right.
So every semester there's a new character that we introduce with their whole new story. Like, our first character was Solomon Rose, who's an adopted kid, biracial adopted kid in a really, really rich family from somewhere in New England. We didn't even specify, but he never felt at place. So in the world that he's in, surrounded by these rich kids and legacies and secret society members and whatnot. So the fail thing was the way that he looked at himself. Like, this dude would rather do a bunch of Xanax and finger paint than go to class, and that's whatever. Like, there's a spirit there. It's very, I mean, it was sort of inspired by the Holden Caulfield character, the Sebastian Valmont from Cruel Intentions, the square peg in the round hole archetype. So that was number one. We have, like, semester 2 is our Harvard dude, and Harvard is Hard Luck, Yale is Fail.
Okay, so
Cottonmouth is Dartmouth in the same font. Then, like,
and people can see this on your website.
Yep. So PoisonIvyLeague.com. We have the Yale and Hard Luck capsules out now, but there's more coming. Like, Columbia, I'm super stoked to do because it's all in Manhattan.
Right.
It's Columbia, like COKE Lumbia. And it's all it's spoiled rich kid on a turn up all weekend, getting lit all over Manhattan on his parents' money. That's the whole narrative of that. So it's very.
These Ivy League schools are gonna love this.
So we've already been contacted by one in particular who's very upset, and that's awesome. Like, that's the coolest thing. Like, when our attorney sent us a letter, I was like, yo, this is the cool, like, yo, we're on to something.
Right.
I never think I make it or I did it or whatever the case is. I never
but now
think like that.
But you're getting,
I feel like it's getting somewhere. And it resonated the right way, because if I can piss you off, it's the same as it's a form of entertainment in some type of way. So, like, I take it all as a compliment.
Yes, because, like I said, that entertainment person and you will never leave. And so at the end of the day, you've got the entertainment and you got the creativity and you got the art. and you got your clothing line all topped into one. And we have your one that's awesome.
The failed
yeah,
crew neck.
you've got the you've got that on the page. Thanks, hair. Thank you.
Thank you.
So was that the 2-minute thing? Oh, okay. Yes, we have, because I was going to say we're not out of time yet. All right, folks. You know what? We're gonna take this phone call. Let me just mic up.
Do I have to put these on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Welcome to the Talk Sip. Who do we have on the air?
This is Ari.
Ari.
Yes. What up, Ari?
Hi, Ari.
What's up, girls and gals?
We were just talking about first of all, the event space, the venue, the elegance of this place, wonderful place called Bugsy's that you have created for the state of Connecticut. And we are so excited and proud of you of what you've done to bring back that whole nightlife, but in the right form and the right dimension. We're just super excited for what you've been doing.
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, I'm super excited to have you guys involved. It takes a village. And,
yes.
And with the positive energy we have around us, tonight's party is just going to be unbelievable. I don't think anyone's ever seen anything like this.
Definitely
since
not.
The grand opening of probably Van Dome.
Yep.
Back in 1994.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. This is, I'm going to tell you that, and we were talking about this earlier, Ari, the experience, because people can throw parties, but one thing that everyone knows about you in your long, history of the entertainment business and DJing and just promoting, every time you went to one of your parties, it was an experience, and nothing in your new business venture has changed. Everything is an experience. You leave there feeling really good. Not just because of the wonderful drinks that you guys serve up, but you end up feeling really good from the experience. And you know what? People I hear all the time went to Bugsy's, had the time of our lives, because we finally went out and did something that it was incredible. So kudos to you.
It's just good, clean fun. It's an adult Disney World. It's just something you just need to enjoy life and smile and have a great time. It gives you it gives you somewhere to go to let your hair down, come as you are.
Yeah.
You don't need to be too dressed up. It doesn't matter if you have your sweatshirt on or you have a 3-piece suit on.
Right.
But
absolutely.
Just come and enjoy yourself and just be nice to people. It's so much fun.
Yeah, and you know what?
I can't wait for this night.
Yeah, this is amazing. I've had so many people on social media just kind of through the last kind of like week, just say this is just incredible. We can't wait. So you've got an eager group of folks that are coming out just to dance, to listen to some incredible music, and we've even got Bugsy's is going to have drink specials that have been created by you have some fantastic bartenders. So you're going to have Eddie, shout out to Eddie. Amazing cocktails for this night in particular, which is great.
And this is just the first kickoff party, because we're going to follow it up this Tuesday night with Fat Tuesday.
Right.
With an even bigger explosion. So tonight is like the pre-rehearsal party.
Right.
It's going to be unbelievable of the explosion that's going to have on Tuesday for Fat Tuesday.
Yeah, and you know what? Let's talk a little bit about Fat Tuesdays. Fat Tuesdays, I'm super excited about that. I know that we're part of the sponsoring team, but again, there's an incredible group of folks that are collaborating, that have sat down with you. You were so gracious to bring all of us to the table, Ari. But really, to just like this Fat Tuesday, Cinco de Marzo is the theme, but you're going to have samba dancers. You're going to have
we're going to have things going on that I don't even want to tell anybody what's going on.
Carnival, you got to be there.
Just lose sleep for the next week, because they're not going to even know what hit them when they walk into this Fat Tuesday Mardi Gras party. I don't think anyone's ever thrown a Fat Tuesday party in the whole state.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Back in the poncho days, we maybe threw a Fat Tuesday party because it was on a Tuesday night. But I haven't seen one in the past 15 years.
No. No, and well, again, you're going to rebirth these Fat Tuesday concepts, and I'm just very excited, and that kicks off again. It's Fat Tuesday, and doors open at what time? Are
5 o'clock. We're starting happy hour for Fat Tuesday. It is going to be a long, long night.
Right, very long.
The fun.
But you know what?
Fun at 5.
Oh yeah, but time. Yeah.
The fun is going to start next Tuesday at 5 o'clock for happy hour because it's just time to let your hair down, grab that margarita. Or
That's
that
right.
Corona,
That's right.
Or whatever else we're doing with cylinder vodka.
Right.
I mean, it's going to be unbelievable. Who else? We have Rhythm Beer.
Yes, we are sponsoring. We're a co-sponsor. We're very excited. We're going to have some Rhythm cocktails. Rhythm Beer will be in the house.
Yeah, cylinder vodka.
Cylinder,
right.
Shout out to Cylinder.
Connecticut company from dudes from Stanford.
Stelios, really we're so excited about that. Right. So that's gonna be one big bash, and like you said, the party, we're kicking off like that whole energy and that vibe tonight at the San Juan Social Club event at Bugsy's. That's starting at 9 o'clock. Doors open at around 8
o'clock.
8 o'clock. You can get there, and we're just very excited. And don't forget, folks, go on Bugsy's, their website, Facebook page, IG, all of that, because
Bugsy'sCT.com.
Yes, they've got dueling pianos. They've got, every week, every weekend, there is something for everyone. Trust me. Like I said, I've been to 5 or 6 events and hosted 2 of my own there. So it's a place. The venue is absolutely incredible and gorgeous. So you don't know what you're missing. Ari, my friend, any last words?
I love you guys. I cannot.
We love you more.
Love you too, Ar.
I can't wait for Joey to come in and help me move the piano.
Dude, Chad just texted me like an hour ago. It's like, yeah, I'll be there. I got to move the pianos out of the way. Yep.
Yes, pianos must be moved so that the dancers, we are going to rock that dance floor tonight, Ari.
I can't wait for you guys to hear DJ Hybrid. I mean, when you guys meet Jesse, he is just unbelievable.
Yep.
Amazing. So we're very honored to have DJ Hybrid that's coming in the house, who's going to completely set the tone, completely set the vibe. So like I said, this is a partnership that was made in heaven. We're just excited that you have that.
Maybe even a special guest set by DJ Ari. Who knows?
Oh.
Just do it. Just do it. Do it.
Jump in there. We know how you do, Ari.
You guys got to hear this remix. When I tell you I have a bachata remix of Up in the Club, I cannot wait to
throw
this thing down.
See,
that you guys are going to freak out.
And that's a wonderful thing. That's a sneak peeks, and that's the excitement that is generated when Ari gets behind that the wheels of steel. His happy place, Ari's happy place. Yeah, Ari, that's his world, your happy place. Well, Ari, listen, we're going to...
Theo is going to be there, I think, tonight. He's going to be co-hosting my DJ set. So, yeah, we're going to have a great time.
We are. Well, you know what, Ar? We're getting ready to wrap up the show. But, my friend, we love you much. Thank you so much for doing what you are doing for all of these years and just coming back with fire. And we're just so excited that we are all a part of this. And we will see you tonight.
Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in a little while.
Okay. All right. That's awesome. You know, like, it's again, this really just comes down to really getting folks at the table and collabing. And Joey, like I said, you have just, you are that person in Connecticut that has always, not been afraid to take a risk and just get out there just really do your thing. So kudos to you.
Thank you.
And much love. I hold you near and dear, my friend. So
thank you.
Folks, don't forget, we've got the San Juan Social Club this evening. Doors open at around 8. Party starts at 9. Shout out to Jaylee Jordan, DJ Hybrid. We want to thank Ari from Bugsy's for calling on in. And again, all of your support system, Joey, your friends, like I said. And you know what? I want you to be a friend to the show so that you can come back.
I would love to. I love it here.
Yeah, we got to get more art. We got to get artists in here. We got to get some artists. We're going to be doing
bring them in.
Yeah, we're going to be doing an artist search in March. I just wanted to let people know, because the Talk Sip again is about really talking about and sipping about what's new in this area. We need some of this local talent to be nationally recognized.
For sure.
And however we have to do that, then, that's great. Folks, don't forget to check out his clothing line.
PoisonIvyLeague.com.
And they can find you on Facebook also.
Yeah.
They have any...
It's at Joey AX for everything.
Exactly.
And it's sometimes entertaining. It's often not.
But the great thing is, again, as he said, to be an inspiration to others, just go for it.
Yeah, dude.
You got if you have a concept.
Really, I tell my girlfriend this all the time. Hi, Nick. Like fear nothing, man. Fear nothing. Like when the best case, like if anybody says anything, there's always like, well, when did you start doing what you did? Oh, there's always a beginning of something.
There's always the beginning.
Make your beginning today. I always wanted to say that. It sounds like a ICDC college ad. Or, call me now.
Call me now.
Yeah, no one called to get their fortune. I was very upset about that because I got a bunch of fortune cookies I was going to read.
We're gonna, and we will. And you know what? Next show we will do that. We'll open up the segment. We'll be telling fortunes.
Do fortunes? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Well, folks, that is our time. Thank you so much for joining us today on the Talk Sip. Don't forget to always keep your glass full. Stay positive. Stay focused. Until next time.
Later.
Peace.